So I'm going to explain this in a way that has never been explained in this kind of a way. This is real handsome men's game. And this is what you're going to come to realize. When it comes to women, there's going to be some that has very high interest in you. Some of these types of women might be a step or two or three or four below your league. So you're going to get high interest in some females, but it's going to be like, it might not quite be at your standard. It's just, they're alright, I guess, but yeah. It just doesn't entice you the way some have. So that's how it's going to happen. They're going to have extremely high interest. And as for the other females that might also have high interest, but they're at your attraction level physically, like, and you might even see some things in them that's pretty good mental wise, maybe, and they're more so, they catch your eye. She's a good one. These are the types of females that are also used to having power with the people they conversate with majority of guys. So when they come across yourself, they're going to be hella intimidated, hella shook, because they're not used to somebody else on that same level or wavelength that you're on. They're used to having the power and the upper hand over these other pool of guys, and some of them might even be good, but they might not be you. You're just different. Like, you're just levels above. It takes work, it takes a lot of things to reach certain levels. So they're just not used to it. It's going to intimidate them. They're not going to act like it intimidates them, but it's going to throw them off. They're not going to know how to really get to you, because they can get to the other guys so damn easily, but they can't get to you, like, at all. Your head is a cement block. There's just nothing they can do. There's nothing they can say. They can throw as many tests at you as they want, and you still just eat that shit up and you don't even react to anything. So these are the pools of women you're going to be dealing with. Some that might be okay. They have very high interest. They're also a bit intimidated, but they don't want to miss out on what might be able to happen for themselves. So they're going to have high interest. They would love to lock a guy like you down. They would love nothing more than it, because they want a good man. So, to be honest, bro, some of the, it's not that they're not attractive, but maybe a step below or two attractive level compared to maybe just the 8s, 9s, 10s. Maybe even the 8.5s to 9s to 10s. They might be just a little step below. What I've come to realize is these types of women actually have more self-esteem. Like, internally. Some of the better looking females, bro, they are airheads. They're airheads. Like, things just can't, like, you know what happens when things just come far too easy for you in your life? Things don't end up going that well. They have a lot of issues. Even though they look super good, it doesn't matter. When they deal with a man that's at that level as they are, they literally cannot deal with it. But guess what? A man that is at that level has had to work hard as hell to even get to that level in the first place. They have not. They buy shit to make themselves look better. The makeup, the nails, the hair extensions, lashes, BBLs, whatever you want to say. We can take a shower, bro. Throw a couple pieces of clothing on it, and that's us. We're not getting our nails done, our hair all fancied up, makeup. We don't do that shit. So when you can effortlessly be as attractive as she is, it's going to intimidate her. She has to do so much to even be at that level in the first place. You take one wet wipe that shit off. She's not even that. So that is why, because internally they know. Internally they know. But here's the thing. They can fool the other guys. That's not at that level. They can fool them. They can't fool you. They can play those guys like fiddles. They can't play you at all. And this is literally how it works. They also have pools of men. They might be alright, some of them. Some of them, not even. But some of them, they're alright. Not terrible options, but not the best. These types of women that are 8s, 8.5s, 9s, 10s can completely have all the power and leverage over those guys. But when it comes to guys that's a little step above that, women can't do shit with those guys. It intimidates them. They don't know how to handle it. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. I've had some women, bro, throw a tremendous amount of games my way. And it's a never-ending thing. It's to the point where you lose, like, not one thing. Oh my God, what is she doing? Has startled me. I knew every single move she made. I knew every single thing she did. It got to the point where there were so many games played, I lost interest. Completely. It is a turnoff, bro. A little bit of games ain't too bad, but it's like, they have to do that much. That's a turnoff. There's not much you can do to come back from that. Besides be completely straight up and honest and forward and blunt. But they ain't gonna do that, because that gives away any bit of power they have. Now you have it all, so they ain't gonna do it. In other words, they're not as powerful as you. They're not used to these situations. They're not used to it. It's something new to them. They're used to being the female that every guy wants. And they're the most attractive thing since sliced bread. They're the hottest thing since sliced bread. So they're used to having their way. But when it comes to you, when it comes to certain men they run into, that's a step above that. You're going to intimidate them because they're not used to it. They're not used to it. And they still find you intriguing. They're just not going to give up that power. They're going to keep playing and playing and playing and playing and playing. They want to throw you underneath them somehow. They want to make you like every other guy somehow to maintain that power. And they're going to realize, bro, as time goes on, they don't even want the power. They're going to spend the best years of their life playing games. All to fumble the bag. So this is how this shit goes. And like I said, for you, if you're at the top of your shit, if you're working your way up to peak attraction as a man, and it takes time. You could be a fitness model at, bro, I was a fitness model at 20, 21, 22. It's not the end all be all. Yes, you're going to attract women. Yes, you're going to get some. But it's not the end all be all. It's going to take you longer than that to build up yourself as a man to be peak. You ain't going to hit peak until you're at least in your mid-20s. Because even if you're a stud and you're 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, you're still young. You still lack experience. Men don't peak till at least after 25, at the very least. at the very least. You will be more attractive as a man as time keeps going on. And unfortunately, the opposite happens for women. So a lot of the time, their games come back to bite them. You're only getting better. Like literally, quite literally, you're only getting better. I have a few friends right now that's around the same age as me, 27-ish, a year younger than me. We're having conversations like, bro, like, we are drastic. Like, I'm experiencing things right now as we speak, guys, that I have literally never experienced in my entire life. Like, no word of a lie. I'm currently, and had been for a little bit, and things are continually changing. I'm experiencing things and seeing things that I've never saw before. Because with time, everything changes. I experienced things when I was 17, 18 that I've never experienced. I experienced things when I was 21, 22, 23 that I've never experienced. I'm experiencing things right now as a 28-year-old male that I have never experienced. The power dynamic shifts. Things change. Women start to view us differently when we change as men. You're going to get viewed differently. It's going to happen. Because you've changed. You've made good adjustments. Not bad adjustments. You've made good adjustments. And things just start to fall into place. You start to feel like an 18, 19-year-old female in her peak, in her prime years, where every single guy wants her. The opposite is going to happen to you as a man. That's what's going to happen. And me and one of my buddies, bro, we're seeing it. We're literally living it. It happens. And even though it happens, you're still going to intimidate some. Some is still going to have a hard time showing up on a date with you, to your house, whatever it might be, because they don't want to look stupid. They don't want to look silly. That's how on point you are. They don't want to look unattractive to you. They lack self-esteem. They overthink. What's he going to think when I show up? He's as sharp as he is. He's as good looking and charming and charismatic and everything else as he is. What am I going to do when I show up and I just can't do anything? This is why sometimes women flake on dates. Because they ain't ready for the moment. They're hella nervous. They're hella scared. Like, so much so they will ruin something good because they feel that way so strongly. You put me in that position and I feel the way they feel, I'm still going to do it because that's an opportunity that ain't going to come around all the time. You're going to have to risk being embarrassed a little bit. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be that deep. But the thing is as well, these women really don't know what to expect. They don't understand how chill you can be as a man. They don't know what to expect. They don't know you're going to be super chill whenever y'all hang out. They might think you're going to be right up and at them and everything and challenging them and everything else when it's just not the case. You can be chill. You know how to act around anybody in any situations. But they don't know that. They don't know what to expect. Oh my God. Is he going to come on super strong? What is going to happen? They don't know what's going to happen. That's the thing. And that scares them. That thought scares them. They start to overthink. Oh my God. And even if they were on their way to your place, even if they were on their way to meet you somewhere for a date, their hearts are going to start going, oh my God. And they see you and they just, they kind of freeze up and they don't know what to do. Because what's real is now right in front of them. This is how high value or attractive men can intimidate some women. That's how on point you are. Even if you get some smoke shows, bro, like, 8.5s, 9s, or 10s. They can still be airheads. They can still lack the internal where they look good, but they just don't have anything else really. And if they know you do, if they know you're well-rounded, if they know you have it all, the whole package, you're obviously levels above. That scares her. She's not used to it. She's used to sitting behind her phone, playing her games, inflating her own value above every other man she talks to. She's used to having the power. She's used to all those things playing out that way. But when it comes to you, and I hope this is all making sense, and when it comes to you, it's just different. You don't bite. When the hook goes out there in the water and there's a worm on the hook, you don't bite it. You're still swimming because you're still in your power. You know not to bite that hook. You know what it is. You know what that game is. You don't do it. You keep swimming around and she still sees that fish alive and well swimming around. She can't catch it though. She can't catch it, and she's not used to not being able to catch it. She's not used to not having the power. She's used to having the power. She's used to these other guys putting her on a pedestal as if she's that great. But, and not to be a prick, she's not that great. As great as other guys make her seem, as great as sometimes she feels, she ain't that great. She might have some good things going for her looks, her beauty, and everything else, but she's not that great. She's just not. And it's just the truth. What else can I say? And this is why this kind of shit happens. This is psychology. This is truth. It's really not even that deep. It's just that as a young man, you can't see these games as clearly as someone like myself can right now. Because you're not going to deal with these experiences in this kind of a way. When you're young, bro, you're used to putting women on a pedestal, at least to some degree. You're doing everything not to lose her. You're talking to some attractive girl. They don't come around every day. And it's like, you play it to not lose her. But then, fast forward time, you become more attractive as a man and you build your value up, and now there's a whole bunch of options just right there. There's a whole bunch of things that want you right there. You don't give a damn to lose her or 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 her mom. I'm joking. You don't care. Because there's others. And there's more coming. There's more life to live. There's more. It is abundance. It's not, oh, put her on a pedestal. Let's not ruin things. Let's talk to her and try to keep it going and be in fear and, oh my God. Don't do that dumbass shit. Play it off like a G. You don't care. She might call you, oh, he's such an asshole. Oh my God. Well, look who she likes the most. The asshole. That's who she likes the most. She might talk to some of these other guys, bro. If she liked them so much, she would be with them. She's not with them. She might talk to them, but she's not fucking with them. She's not. She's more fixated on the asshole that she can't control. And that's why he's an asshole, because she can't control him or his mind. He's too smart. He's an asshole. He's smart. Oh my God, he's an asshole. He's smart. He's such a prick. Women love men who are men. And if you're even 20, 21, you're just not a man yet. Like, yeah, you're the age of an adult. You have time. To build yourself up, it's going to take time to build yourself up to get to that level. It takes time. It took me time. Like I said, guys, things are changing all the time. Things are vastly different right now than they were even a year ago. Like, significantly different. Significantly. This is how shit goes. This is how the world turns. And it's like, I knew this shit before it even happened. Like, you try to tell people, she don't know what she's missing. She don't know what she's going to throw away. She don't know what she's doing. Fast forward time, you were right. The thing is, guys, it takes us time. It don't take women time. They get their gifts like this so fast in life as soon as they're an adult. As soon as they're a young adult. Hell, an older teenager, they get that shit. We don't. It takes us time to become peak. You get a lot of 19, 20, 21-year-old women today, you know what they're saying? I need an older man. How old? 20, 23, 24, 25, a little older than yourself? No, older than that. That's what they say. Swear to God, bro. That's what they say. They need older. Young men aren't wanted today. Little newsflash, if you're a young man, you're not going to be that young forever. You're going to be a little bit older and a little more experienced, and you're going to deal with a whole different pool of women you've never dealt with in your life. You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain. You have everything to gain. So you can have a little chip on your shoulder because, the women around my age don't want me right now. Oh my God, and it just pisses me off. You can have that chip on your shoulder and you can build yourself as a man. By the time you do, you're going to reject those women your age because guess what? They're going to want you now. They're going to look at you differently now, but guess what? You're going to be dealing with a whole different pool of women you've never dealt with before in your entire life. This is how the world turns, folks. This is how the world turns. Oh no, it turns. It turns. But anyways, I hope this gave you guys insight. Don't trip. Don't bend, don't fold, don't break. Whatever games are thrown your way, stay solid and understand your time is going to come and you're going to strike while the iron is hot. And with that being said, God willing, God bless. I'll see y'all at the top.